Okay, so I think we are live and yeah. So welcome back to for our second day for the MySQL, and basically from today we are going to start our real course. So by the way, I'm pretty sure that you people enjoyed your Diwali, and let me just go through the chat real quick. First of all, let me just decrease this quality. I'll share my screen in a minute. Yeah, so today I will just tell you how you can install the MySQL, and hopefully today I will be because yeah. So today I will just tell you how you can install your MySQL, how and where you can use your MySQL and all. So everything we are going to learn today from the very beginning. So it's gonna take little time to to basically to install the MySQL, but don't worry about that. So I'm pretty sure everybody enjoyed. Are you teaching from your home? Like obviously, like I'm teaching from my room and I basically sleep here पीछे अभी मैं सीधा उठ के ही आया हूँ literally like I was sleeping and I just rehearsed the class. Okay, so first of all let me just share my screen real quick so everything will be visible to you as well. So yeah, just a quick confirmation, are you able to see my screen? Like you will be, like obviously, and let me just make it here. Yeah, so is it my screen is visible to you? Like, can you see my screen as well? And first of all, I have announcement for you, not an announcement uh, the thing is basically we are targeting to to create 50,000 developers, not just developers, basically employable developers, not the developers that basically a university or a college basically makes. We are actually focusing on the employable developers by 2025. So this is our target, and you can be part of this 50,000 army of developers here. For that, you can basically join a future subscription. First of all, like if you just want to have a little bit, if you just want to improve your resume, if you want to learn some new skills, you can basically get enrolled into a future app subscription. It's just like a Netflix for the developers only. So like in the Netflix, you will for the subscription you will get some shows and all. Similarly here, for the subscription you will get a new skill. That's all. And for each and every skill you will get a certificate which is basically authorized by us, obviously, and ITM and National Skill Development Corporation. So like the certificate, like with the high bar. So if you just want to get those certificates, like for one subscription, I think you will get 8 certificates. Huh? Yeah, because the duration for this subscription is for 60 days. So each and every week you will get a new skill. And by the way, you can also demand for the content. Like if you just want to learn something new, you can just ask us. So we will basically create a special content just for you. So that's all about. And otherwise, like if like Diwali offer is still here. So if you just want to like get enrolled into a full stack courses, if you just want to become a developer by your own. So like if you're a school, college student, and or even if you're a working profession, that doesn't matter. You can just enroll into your two courses, the flagship courses we have here, full stack web development and full stack data science program. So I will just tell you about this after, like at the end of the session. So before moving to our topics and all, first of all, I want to tell you about how you can mark your attendance, because marking your attendance is very important. Otherwise, you won't get your certificate. So in the description you will get this one link here. Just click on this one link, and like you already have to like sign up here. So I am signed up. Let me just do a quick refresh. Like I am signed up. Yeah, no. So let me just sign in with my Google real quick. So let me just open here. So you have to sign in, and after that you must have to get enrolled into the course. Like, I'm sure that you are already. So I think this is my account. So you can use Google for signing. Like how many of you are already user of Alio? Just drop a hello in the chat. And here just enroll. So I'm pretty sure that you're already enrolled into the course. And see, for the day two, mark the attendance, how much you like this session on the scale of 0 to 10. So I like myself a lot, so I'm just going to give it 10 here. And after that, if you're interested in our flagship courses like that, remember that full stack web development and the data science program, just mark yes, because I'm going to get 7,000 rupees off right now. And any suggestions right now, nothing, and submit it. That's all. Just do it to basically get your subscription. Yeah. So okay, so that's all. Now basically we can start with our classes. Okay, so here we are. So first of all, like how you can download your MySQL is very straightforward. Just do a quick Google here, MySQL. So MySQL download community installer. So you can just type this thing so that it will directly take you to the installer. So just type MySQL download like community installer. So like you basically have to download this thing, community installer. Na? So just click here on the download button, and you basically have to download this first one. You can also download the second, but it's like 430 MB and it's just 5 MB. So we will select what we actually want. So it will basically include each and everything and all the unnecessary things as well. So which we don't require right now. So I will prefer you to just go with this first one and just download it. Okay, so I have already downloaded it and it's here. So this is the installer we have here, and the thing is, let me just cancel. Yes, it's already working here, so I'm uninstalling all the previous things. So like what is this installer? Like MySQL will basically give you multiple products. So one thing, they will give you a database, then they will basically give you a software to use your database, and also a shell that will help us to use the databases and all. And right now I have already installed these three things. So this is the database here. So wait here a little bit, and that's all. Okay, now, like just open this installer, double click here. Yes, obviously yes. And just wait for a few seconds so it will open. Tip, tip. Like sometimes take little time as well. Okay, why it's not opening? I think because I've just closed it. Maybe that's the reason. I think my laptop is getting old every day. Okay, so it's gonna open. So you will see this screen, and you just have to install this server only now. So don't install each and everything. Like just click on this server only, because actually we just need this right now to use the database. What is this server only? Basically, it's just your database. Just click on this servers only, next. Okay, execute, and just wait for a few minutes. So it will get downloaded and also it will get installed. So like 70%, it's completely depends on your internet speed how much time it's gonna take, but it's not that huge. Next here, next, don't touch anything, just next, next. And here you basically have to put a password, and don't forget this password. Now this password is very, very important. So right now I'm just going to use 1234, 1234. Yeah, that's all. Next, 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 execute. That's all. So like that's all done. Like it's installed. Just wait for a few more minutes, so it will get installed automatically. uh, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, it's the boring part, like installing it. And that's all. So it's installed. Yeah, so next here, and you can close this. Now just to check basically what you can do, open cmd here. cmd, command prompt, terminal, whatever you like, and just type here MySQL and just press enter. You will get you're just going to get this sort of error. That means it's installed successfully. No? So now basically you can work with your MySQL software. So like by using these commands and all, basically we can work with that software. So just now we have just installed that particular software, that database software we have just installed here, and by using any terminal, so you can basically work with it. So let me just open a terminal here, show more options. So first of all, you have to start your software. So how you can start it? So for that, you have to execute a command. That's not necessary actually. So we are basically going to use a GUI. What is a GUI? GUI basically means a graphical user interface. So we will have like a proper MS Word or MS Excel like of thing. There we are going to use the MySQL. But just to show you some commands and all, you should also know these commands. If you just want to become a developer, obviously you should be comfortable with using this white screen. So here just type MySQL space u root, yeah, root space p, okay, space dash p. So this is the command. I will just put this command in a document and I will share this thing here and press enter. So it will ask you for that password. Remember that password that I put here. So just write this password 1234 and that's all. So now your SQL is actually working here. So see, I'm getting SQL here. So first thing first, in this software, like in our like SQL, first you will have a database. Yeah, a database. So let me just draw something for you. So first thing, we will have a database. So this is how a database looks like. It's like a container. No? Each database basically can have multiple tables inside of it. Multiple tables inside of it. Okay, multiple tables and all, and inside these tables we will store our data. So right now if you just want to see if you have any databases or not, just type, use the command show databases and put a semicolon. So basically you have to put this semicolon at the very end now. So let me just increase the font size a little bit. So from where I can increase the settings here, so it will be easier for you to see the things. Terminal, and let's just increase this font size to 21. I'm pretty sure that it's now visible to you. Okay, show databases and click here. So see, I'm having this 4 databases. So by the way, like as soon as you install your MySQL, these are the dummy databases that you will get. So if you want to delete them, you can delete, but we don't want to delete these databases, just let it be. And let's just create our first database. So let's create a database for Instagram now. So yesterday we were creating that Instagram thing. So first of all, we need to create a database here. So inside this database, we will have some tables and all. So just go over here and type the command create database space, and you have to basically give a name for your database. So the name for the database is Insta. Like you can go with Insta, Instagram, whatever you want. So create database and just press enter here. So you will get this thing, query okay, one row affected. That means that whatever statement you have written is executed successfully. So we have basically created your first database. So I'm just going to execute the command show databases to see if the database is created or not. Just click enter, and if you'll see here, so I am having the Insta database as well. So let me just create the database one more time. So like before then, I just want to install a GUI as well. So again, just open that your this installer here. So again, just open this installer, and this time what you will see, so you will see a little different screen. So it will show you the list of possible softwares. So here, so right now we have just installed the MySQL server here. So it's showing us that you right now you have just installed this MySQL server. This installer is basically a manager. So from this you can manage all of the MySQL things and all. Right now we just require this MySQL server. That's it. Now just click here on the add. Just click here on the add. And what I want inside this application, see, hopefully you are able to see this. You will see this application here. So inside this application, just open this and you will see this first thing, MySQL Workbench. So like just click on this MySQL Workbench. Click here. and basically you will get all the possible versions like 8 version, etc, etc. Just click on this 8.0.31, so this one, just click here, and after clicking on this, click on this green arrow. Okay, so now this thing is added here. So like I'm telling this installer to install this MySQL Workbench, and again we have like MySQL for Visual Studio. We don't like, I don't want to use the Visual Studio, so let it be. Then I have something called MySQL Shell. So its shell is nothing but shell is like this kind of stuff. So if you want to work with this for with this blank screen, black screen forever, you can also install this MySQL shell and all. And here they will show you some more things, like if you want to install it for Python, .NET. So right now I just don't want to do this. I just want to use these two softwares, Workbench and the shell. That's all. Just click on this next, next, next. Okay, and that's all. So now in the background, like when like we are going to learn MySQL, meanwhile these two things will will get installed in the background. So that's why. So that's very easy, by the way. You can rewatch the video. It's very simple. And let me just come back here. So now our first Instagram database is here. So like you can create more databases. So just type create a database, database, database. A name for a database, let me just put here Facebook, semicolon at the end, and just press enter, and just use show databases. See, Facebook and the Insta is created here. If you just want to delete a database, it's very easy. Just use the command drop and database and name for the database, so Facebook here. Okay, and now basically we have deleted this database. Don't do this. Like if you will delete a database, whatever data you had inside that database is gonna be like gone forever. So like it's one of the most horrifying command like a SQL developer have in its life. So don't use this command. Like before pressing enter, just think 1,000 times. So let me just see if the database is deleted. Yeah, so Facebook is gone. Yeah, so what I just want to use this Instagram database. So we have basically created this Instagram database, Insta. So let me just draw a real good database here, so it's gonna look little good here. Yeah, so we have our Insta database, and right now I just want to create some tables inside of it. So we will have tables like users, posts, stories, messages. So these all are the tables. Remember the tables, inside these tables we are actually going to store the data. So let's just create this user table first of all. So first of all, you have to select a database. So right now I have 1 2 3 4 5 databases, and I just want to use this Insta one. So just type here use and just name your whatever database you want to use and press enter. Okay, so right now we are going to use this Instagram database, and the command to create a table is very straightforward. Create table, and after that you have to give a name for your table. So I'm just going to give the name users. Okay, so what you see here, these two things are actually the keywords. Like keywords are like what you can say a reserved word. So these, like in any language we have some words and all, isn't it? Like hello and like between, after. So like in English language we have words like between, isn't it? And let's say up, and also like any English word. So these are the reserved words used by English to mention something. Let's say inconvenience. Inconvenience is a keyword for the English. Similarly, in SQL, we have some words like create, drop, select, table. So these all are words basically which we call them keywords. These are the keywords. By using them we can write the SQL, no? We can write this language. So like create table, drop, database. So these are the reserved keywords in the database here. Okay, so like create table, users, and after that you have to use this brackets here, no? These round brackets, simple one. So inside this we have to basically mention the columns here. So we basically have created the table here. So this is the table, and the table name is users. So but just by using this command I have created a table. Now I have to mention the column names. So first column I want here is the id here. So for that, just go over here, just here, and type id. Okay. And the second column I want here is the name. Okay, that's great. So put a comma and type name here. Okay. And again, I just want to have one more field here, email. So just go over here and put a comma, email, and let's just add one more, let's say bio. Okay, so let's have a bio as well here, bio. Okay, so right, like in my database I'll have these four fields here, id, name. So what are these fields? Actually the columns. So we have id, name, email, and the bio, and all the columns are actually going to be separated by the commas. Very easy, very straightforward. So now let me just tell you about one thing called data types. So each column can basically save a specific kind of data. So let's say in the name you are going to store things like Sanjay, Mukesh, John, Joy, isn't it? So it's a string. So we call these type of things a string, any name or sort of thing. So string. So like if you want to save a string in a database, so for that we use the data type varchar. Okay, so just give me 5 minutes, it will be very clear to you. And in the email, again we are going to save what you say, a string here, no? So sanjay@gmail.com, so it's a string. In the bio as well, we will have a string here. In the id we can store a number, so like 1 2 3 4 5 6. Id, it's like a unique id for each and every user here. So id can be number here. So we basically have multiple types of data types here. We have int int is used to store the numbers. Then we have varchar here, which is basically used to store a string, a short string to be exact, a small string like a name, email, etc., something like that. Then we have something called text here, text. So text is basically used to store a huge string, like a paragraph or something like that. Then we have float. I'm not pretty sure the spelling is correct. So float is used to save a number with a decimal. Let's say 23.05. Yeah, so it's a number with a decimal. So in the if you want to save something like this, let's suppose if you want to save a weight for your patients. So in a hospital database, you want to save the weight of a patient or a height. So in this case, you can basically use the data type float here. So now basically we have to mention the data types here in our column. So let me just go through it. Okay, so just give me a second here. So in the id, what I want here, you have to mention the data type as well. So it is going to be type int here. So you have to type int before the comma. Then let me just increase the size a little bit more. Settings. Let's just go over here, terminal, font size to let's say 30, font weight, and background opacity, yeah, I'm now it's okay, sorry, like opacity बहुत ज़्यादा ही कम हो गई, it's like complete transparent here, terminal. Okay, okay, that's great. So int, yeah, so here create table users id column int. In the case of name, what I want, a varchar for this. And here you have to mention the letters, maximum letters this string can accept. So 255 letters. So if your name is basically larger than 255, I will not going to save it. Similarly for the email, let's just go with varchar and 255. And for the bio, let's just go with text here. So text is basically a huge string, and that's all. So here basically we have created, so txt. Let me just remove this unnecessary spaces and all. Okay, so this is your table. So we have basically created our first table. Okay, so this by using this, we have just created your first table, and you basically have to press enter before that. But what I want to tell you before this is like you can use the capital and the small letters all. So here you can see I'm using create table in all caps. You can also write this thing here like this, create table. So it's not going to give you an error. So you can also write this thing, table. So it's not an error, but generally we use the capital letters, no? Create table. Okay, that's all. And just press enter. So see, the table is created here. And if you just want to see if the table is created, just type show tables. I'm getting this users table here. So this is how you have created the table. But the thing is, typing your code here is very, very difficult. So that's why what we did, we basically installed that software. So just open this thing, and the software name is MySQL Workbench. So right now we have just installed this software. See, so it's installed already. Next and finish. So it's installed already, and just wait for a few minutes. Let me just close this and as well. Okay, so this is the software that we are going to use. Here just click on this local instance first link and just double click here, and it's going to ask you for the password. So type here root like 123 remember that password, and okay, and just wait for a few minutes. So like it's opened here. Yeah, so we are basically going to write all the code here, so it's very easy to write here. So let me just show the show tables no tables. And to execute this query, like to run this command, just click on this electricity icon. So I think no database selected. Yeah? First of all, let me just type show databases. Let's see if we have our databases here. See, it's going to show you the output here. So we have the databases here, Instagram. So let me just select this database here. So use Insta. And let me just use the capital letters. So use Insta, show databases. Okay, and just execute this thing. So it got executed. Now I just want to see the all the tables. So show tables here, and just click here. So see, I'm getting this table users. So it's a little smaller here. So I'm pretty sure that you are able to see this. How to increase the size of this? Like I haven't done this thing. यहाँ size बढ़ाने का भी जरूरत पड़ी नहीं. कैसे बढ़ाऊं? Like, are you able to see this? Like we have this users here. Inner with SQL editor. Maximum screen. No, I just want to. No, not this one. Okay, by the way, are you able to see this? We are getting this output here. Let me just go through the chat. If it's not, so really basic. Yes, sir. What is the use of alter keyword? Alter is basically used to update a table. So like we have just created the table now. So like this is how you can basically show the database. If you just want to see the database, just execute this command. So you will see the databases, and use the database like you want to use this database. Show database here, show tables, just to see the tables and all. And if you just want to execute a single command here, so right now if I just do this, it's just going to execute all of these queries, now all of these three commands here. If you just want to execute a single command, so just select that particular command, or you can just put your cursor here, no? Put your cursor here and just click on this second electricity icon. Like I just call it execute icon, like it's electricity icon by the way. Just click on this and it will just execute that particular command where your cursor is. Now, so we have created a table. So now what we want to put some data inside this table. So let's save some data here. So to save a data inside our table, what you have to do, just type insert into and name for your table. So the table name is users here. Okay, and here you have to use this square normal brackets, and the thing, I think the users here, insert into, and after that you have to go with the values here. Okay, so this is how you can save the details here, and save the data inside the table. So how we are going to save it, just give me 1 minute. So insert into users. So here we have to mention all the columns here. So remember the columns. So we had name, comma, email, and we had the bio as well, and also the ID. Remember the ID here, So just put all your columns here, like the columns you had inside your database in the table, and the values. So ID is going to be 1, name is going to be Sanjay here. Email is going to be, let's say, sanjay@gmail.com. And in the case of bio, let's just go with I, okay, like it's sometimes it is miserable to type here because it will always give some suggestions. I am a FS dev. That's all. Put a semicolon. So this is the command I just want to execute. So I'm just going to select this whole thing and just click on this electricity icon and see. So you will get this output here. So if you get this tick here, that means your data is added successfully. Let me just go through this command one more time so it will be more clear to you. One row affected. Okay. So what this thing is saying, so insert into and the table name. So we basically want to, so we created that database. The database is actually that Insta. Then we created a first table here. The table name is users. And I'm just adding a row here. This row is actually our data, na? Row here. So the row we are adding here. So like so insert into the table name inside which you want to save the data. Add the row. And after this, use these brackets here, and you have to basically mention an order for your columns, like any order you can go with. So ID, name, email, and bio. Now after that, use this values here, and inside this values you have to basically add a value for each column. So ID is going to be 1, name is going to be Sanjay, email is going to be sanjay@gmail.com, and bio is going to be I am a FS developer. Okay, and this order is very important now. This order is very important. So like, let me just show the data to you. To get the data from a table, just type select. We are basically going to work this command a lot, huh? Select from and mention the table name. And let me just execute this command real quick. So see, I'm just getting the data here. So this is the data. I'm getting ID, name, email, and the bio here. So like this data is actually got saved inside my database here. So this is the command. Like I will just come to this command first of all. Now let's just add one more data here. So like insert into, like that caps lock and not matter now, users. And here let me just put name first time, name, email, and let's say ID or the bio. So remember, like, what I'm telling you, like in which order you have mentioned the column here, in the exact same order you have to put the values as well. So the name is going to be, let's say, Mukesh, comma, email is going to be Mukesh@gmail.com, ID is going to be 2, and the bio is going to be IDK, like whatever, and put a semicolon here. So see, in which in the order you have mentioned your column name, in the same order you have to put add your values here. Okay, so that's very important. That's why I'm just doing this one more time. So now let me just select this whole thing and just click here. So this is also added. So see, I'm getting this thing here. So like this data got added here. So to see all the data, just use this command select to see the data from. We are just going to come back to this command just to see like if everything is working fine. I'm just going to execute this command here. Okay. So see, now another data is also added here. ID2, name Mukesh, email, and like previous data is already presented here. Okay. And what will happen if you basically try to add different kind of data types? So here you will see in the ID, I basically mentioned that it is of type int, int, only numbers. Let's try to add a string here. Okay. Let's say I'm just trying to add a string in the field ID. So let's say 3. So now in the field of ID, which was actually created with the data type int, and I'm basically going to add what here, a string here. Let's see what will happen in this case. So just select this whole thing, and I'm just going to click on this icon. See, I'm getting an error. Insert into an error code, incorrect integer value, 3 in the column. So it's just saying me that you're trying to add a string in the case of what you say, in the case of integer, and that's a very good thing to happen. We basically want to maintain a proper database, like with proper types and all. It should be like uh, properly managed, isn't it? So like I just don't want to mix all these values and all. So this is a very great feature MySQL have, like all the SQL databases have. So like by mistake you cannot save a data with wrong data types and all. Let me just go with 3 here. Okay, and now I'll select this thing one more time and see. So now it's working. So as soon as I change this 3 to normal 3, like it is a number right now, so you can just work with it. Okay, and I'm just going to use the command select asterisk from users to, let's see what is the table we are going to get here. So this is the table, and right now I have 3 rows here: Sanjay, Mukesh, Mukesh. And how we can basically increase its size? Like I haven't done this. Okay, so this is a tool from where we can use the MySQL command. Yeah, and before moving to the next topic, I just want to tell you one more way by which you can use the database. Yeah, use your database, like use the MySQL. So that's some preferred way. Like you can write all of your code here as well, like it's not problem. But I use the VS Code, so let me just cover that as well. So VS Code is a code editor, like it's one of the most popular code editor out there. So here I'm going to write my MySQL code. It's very easy to work with MySQL there. So let me just type VS Code here. So just download this VS Code. So just download it. Like how many of you have heard about this VS Code and have like used it? So like you can work with this Workbench. It's completely fine. I'm also going to use this Workbench, and also I'm going to use the VS Code as well. So I'm going to download it for Windows. So obviously I have this VS Code already in my computer. Okay, so after installing, just open the VS Code here, VS Code. So this is VS Code. Let me just show you the how it's gonna. How many of you have ever used the VS Code? Already using? No, Keshav, no. Okay, so anybody here who haven't worked with VS Code, that's completely fine. Like the queries are going to be same. Like I'm just going to write the same thing. You can just do the same thing here, and in the VS Code, it's gonna be same here. So I will just do the same thing in both the things. Personally, I prefer to use this thing because I'm very comfortable with this thing. No? So this is how your VS Code actually gonna look like. And here we have something called extensions. So just click here on this extensions here. So as soon as you will install the VS Code, just click on this extension. This part is optional. This part is optional. And just type here SQL. Just give it a second. So SQL tools. So this is the extension which will help us to write the SQL queries inside my VS Code. So install your VS Code. Just install your VS Code and go to in the extension part here in this extension part. Look for the SQL tools. Look for the SQL tools here, and just click on this install. Just click on in this install. And also you have to do one more thing. While it's getting installed here, just go down here. Just go down here and look for this MySQL. So in the same page, you will see this MySQL. Okay. Just click on the link. Just click on the link, and it is just going to open this thing for you. And click on the install one more time. So what I'm telling you, install this SQL tools. In the same page, look for this MySQL and click on this link. As soon as you will click on this link button, this thing will get opened for you. And just click on this install. That's all. Open the Visual Code. By the way, you can also copy this thing and download it by yourself as well. So just go over here. It's basically a driver. So it's just a driver. And click on this install. Just click on this install. That's all. So now I can use the SQL, MySQL to be exact, in my VS Code. So first of all, just install this SQL tools. And second, you have to install is SQL tools, MySQL, and MariaDB. Just click here. And for that, in the same page, in the SQL tools page, go down, look for this MySQL, click on this link, click on this link. You will get here, you will get on this page, click on this install, just click on this install, open in code, and it will basically going to get opened here. and you will have to install it. Like I have already done this, so you don't have to run this. See, you will open to this page, you will see this page here, just install this one as well. Okay, that's all. So like it's completely optional here. Now you will get a special icon here. See, it's look like a database now, so a special icon here. So just click on this special icon, click on this special icon here. So let me just first of all delete the connection here. Yes. Okay, and click on this special icon here and click on this add new connection. And here, like it's very easy. Just click on the MySQL connection name. Let's upgrade you can basically write any name here. So it's gonna be just a name for your connection here. So MySQL, add MySQL. The database insta username. In the username put root here. Use password. So here just click on this save password and type root here one more. What is the password? 1 2 3 and 4. That's all. And click on this test collection. So you're basically going to get this error. You are just going to get this error. To fix this error, let me just show you the code here. You have to basically do this thing. By the way, this thing is optional. Huh? You basically don't have to do this by yourself. Like you can perfectly work with this. But for all the cool developers out there, you are like who just basically want to work with. So you just want to execute this command. So I'm just going to share this command to you. So you will get this error. Basically, this error is saying our SQL is not allowing us anything to connect with this. So just use this command. The command is alter user. So basically मुझे भी याद नहीं रहती है command, में हर बार copy ही करता हूँ. The command is alter user. So let me just type alter user here, alter user, and here you have to type root local host. ये कभी एक दिन मुझे याद हो जाएगी पक्का. And identify, क्या spelling है identity. Let me just copy paste ना, यहाँ से copy paste ही कर लेता हूँ. Identified और फिर यहाँ पे और end में password. ठीक है, password अपना 1 2 3 4. That's all. So this is the command that you actually have to use. Alter. Okay, just select this thing and execute it. I think let me just paste this whole thing here and put a semicolon. Semicolon put करना भूल गया था, इसलिए I just let me just copy this thing, save it here, put a semicolon at the end, and just execute the command. Okay, it got executed. So now I can connect with it. So test connection. So successful. Save the connection, and that's all. So now we are connected. We are connected. So why I'm going to use this now? See how easy it is to write the code here. So now I can write all of my queries here, and I can also save it. So let's suppose I just want to show the database. So just type show database and put a semicolon, and you will get this thing, run on active connection. Just click here and see I'm getting all of my databases here. Okay, so that's why it's very easy. And there is one more thing, we call it block. So if you just want to comment, if you want to put a message, so just use this to hyphen here. So to see all the databases. Okay, it's a comment. So this is basically going to get ignored. So we use this comment. So see all the databases here. So this is going to get ignored. Just type here show databases. So this is the command that you want to type, and just click on this run on active collection, or you can also click here, but I will just like click here, so it will execute this one. No, I just want to use this run on active connection. That's all. So it's just going to execute the query for you. It's very easy, that's why. And what you can do, you can just put a comment, say hyphen block here, block here. So what will happen now, you will get a run execute command here, run on active connection. So show this thing. So see I'm getting this thing here. Let me just add a command now. So let me just use the command first of all. Let's say use insta. Remember this command? We basically use this command to select a particular database. So right now, if I will just type run this active connection, So it's just going to execute both of this command. So what you can do now, just put a comment here and @block. So now you will get a special run active connection for just for this connection, for just for this command. So what I'm trying to say, for each and every command, just put a comment. So let me just create a table here. Create table, create table posts. For the users, let me just create table for posts, and you will see how easy it is to work here. So post, okay, and I'm just going to do the comment and @block. So I'm going to get this run on this active connection for each and every block. So like it's not mandatory again. So let me just create a table here. So create, see, it is just going to give you some suggestions directly. So that's also a great part of it. You don't have to type everything, it's just going to give the suggestions for you. So here I just want to create a table, the table post, create table post, and the field I want is first of all ID, okay, and let me just put a name, and for the post let's have a caption. Caption, just for now we are just going to go with this caption, and let's just put the data type as well. So for this I'm just going to go with int. For the name it's going to be varchar here, varchar 255. For the caption let's just go with text here. Okay, that's all. So here I have just written this create table command and just click on this run active connection, and it's done. Okay, and just to see if the table is created successfully, just click on this SQLite, like this SQL tools, click here. See, you will see your database here, and inside the table, see, I'm getting my users table and the post table as well. So you will get everything here. And if you want to see what all are the data inside this user table, just click on this plus button. So it will show you all the data. So right now I have this much data inside my database, like 6 data with this ID Sanjay, Mukesh, Sanjay. So that's very easy to work with this. Like, by the way, it's optional. You can work with this thing as well. So you can, if you want, you can just work here, and if you want, you can work with VS Code. So that's completely option. I'm just going to switch in the both now. Okay, so let me just tell you about some command. Let's say to delete a table. So we have just created a table. So to how you can delete the table. So to delete the table, the command is very straightforward. So just delete. Okay, I just want to delete the table now. Delete table. Delete table and name for your table. So delete table, and I think the command is, I just want to go with truncate and run on active connection. And yeah, thing is, you will get the errors as, see, if you will have any error, so this command is not perfect, like I am having an error here, so you will get the error as well, like whatever error you will have. So it's little difficult to work here, like first of all, like initially it's gonna look like it's little difficult to work with VS Code. By the way, how many of you understood how you can work with this VS Code? How many of you? Yeah, drop table, sorry, it's drop table, not delete table, sorry. Just I want to see like how many of you understood how you can install this. Just try it once, like if you get the errors and all, you can just work with this now. Like I just don't like to work here because of not getting any suggestions and all, so that's a little difficult to work here. So by the way, this, let me just put this command here in the description. Okay, so you have to basically execute this command now. So this understood this, the command alter user root. So you have to basically write this command if you just want to enable the connection. So command is like this: alter user root @localhost identified with MySQL native password, and here you have to put your password here. So like if you want, you can just work with that thing as well. So drop the table, drop the table here, drop table, block here, and I will basically get a suggestion here. So it's very easy. And execute the thing, and the table got deleted. Okay, so now we don't have any table. So if I just execute this command, the show tables, so show all the tables in the database, create a block and show tables here. Execute this command. See, I'm just having the single table users here. Let me just delete this table as well. So for that, let me just type here users and run on active connection. So this is also getting got deleted. And let me just run this show tables command to see if the table is here or not. So right now no table is available. So I have deleted the user table and the post table, both of this table. So right now I'm just going to create the table one more time, and I'm just going to like create the table one more time. Create a table users. So let's just create the tables one more time. This time I will also use something called as constraints. So we have something called constraints here. So let me just tell you about constraints now. So just put a block here, and let me just put this. Okay, so it's very easy to write here. See, you are getting almost everything here. So create table users id int, name varchar, email varchar. I don't want to put a password. Let's just have the password as well. A profile pic, bio. Let me just remove this profile pic. We don't want this profile pic. We just want what we just want: id, name, email, password, and the bio. Yeah. So now each for the each column, what you can have some constraints. So what is the constraint? Constraint is a rule. Let me just show you a rule here. So the one rule says that's not null, not null. So it's a constant. So int, like we are going to create a column name id, data type is int, and it's a constraint, not null. So that means when you're going to add a data for this table, this field cannot be left empty. You have to give some value here. Okay, so not null here. And there's one more thing, you like unique. What is the spelling of unique here? UNI, unique. Yeah. So this unique, that unique means that for no two rows this value can be same. Okay, for no two rows this value can be same here. And let me just add one more thing here called auto increment. I like spelling भूल जाता हूँ मैं इसकी हमेशा. I'm really bad with my spellings. Let me just google the spelling. So here, auto increment, yeah, it's correct here. So auto increment, what does it mean? Expected, where's the dot here? Like कुछ error आ गया, put here. Hmm. Okay, here, now we are here. So id not null unique, and let me just put this auto increment as well. So इसमें space होता था क्या? नहीं होता. Okay, auto increment. What this auto increment is going to do, it's just going to increase the value of this thing by id from 0 1 2 3 automatically. 0 1 2 3. You can basically skip this thing for now, it's not important, but just to show the demonstration I'm just putting here. Okay, not null. And for the name, yeah, you can basically put not null here as well. For the email as well, not null, and it should be unique. Email should be unique and the not null. For the password as well, like not null. And for the bio, I don't feel like we should have any constants here. Bio, you can just put a bio or not, and just click on this run active connection. Okay, I think this auto increment thing, there are some issues with this thing now. Run on this active connection. Okay, so the query got executed. Let me just see, show tables here. अभी क्या नीचे कुछ छोड़ गया यहाँ पे. Okay, and run on this active connection, like बन चुका है. Yeah, already exists. It's saying that the table already exists. Like if I just execute this command one more time, see, I'm getting error. It is saying, let me just show you now what was the error previously. Okay, so run on this active connection. So I'm getting an error. The table user already exists. Just to prevent this error, you can also put a thing here: create table if exist, if not exist. So if you just want to prevent this error, you can write this thing as well. So, but that's not compulsory here. And let me just run on this active command, show tables here. So why I'm getting this error? Like just I think because of this. Let's just execute the show tables here. Show tables and execute this thing. So see, I'm getting this users table here. So why I'm not getting error here? So not because of this, obviously. Show tables, run. Okay, I'm getting this thing. Yeah, so I'm just getting this. So let me just put some data inside as well. So insert some values. Let's just create a block, insert, into, insert into, let's just close this. We don't want to close all here. Insert into users, and let me just use this thing. Yeah. So in the case of users, let's just go with name, email, bio, and what we had, name, email, bio, and password as well. No? Password. Now look, if I just try to basically skip any value, so we will get an error here. So for the name, John, for the email, let me just use John @ gmail.com here, .com, double quote, not single. I am a developer and it's going to be password. Just user double as well here. Okay. So run on this active connection. So like this got, like in my VS Code there is problem. By the way, you will get a green tick here. Na? You will get a green tick here. So if you do this on your machine, you will get a green tick. I don't know why, what is the problem with my VS Code, so I never get this green tick here. Okay. And by the way, you can basically add multiple values here as well. So see, if I try to add this same data one more time, so run on this active connection, I will get an error. See, I'm getting an error. Can you just take a guess why I'm getting an error? Why I'm getting an error? So like in this email, we were using the constraint unique. Remember, I was using this constraint unique here. So let me see. When we created the table, we put this email varchar not null and unique. So right now I'm just adding one more row with the same email. So that's why I'm getting the error. So if you just want to see the table, just click here and see inside this table, you will get everything here. So int, varchar, bio, and all the things here. Just click here on the plus icon to see the data you have. So right now I just have this single data. Na? So like this name, email, password, bio here. So right now I just have this thing. Okay, like I just now and I have in the ID just one here. So like this email is already used. So if I will change the email here, so let me just change the email to John1 and run this active connection. See, it got executed. Now it got executed. Let me just go over here, and just to, if you want to see all the data inside our database, just execute the command. So let me just show, select the data. So select the table, and let me just put a block here and just select. We will basically cover this select tomorrow. Okay, not today. And just run on this active connection. See, I'm getting two data here. This thing, like one got deleted, so that's why we have this thing here. Okay, the email should be unique every time. Let me just add one more data here, just to add the one more data. Jane @gmail.com, and password, let's be same here. Run on this active connection. So it got added here. You will get the tick mark. I don't know why I'm not getting this. And run on this active connection. Select this user from. So right now I have these three data, 1, 3, and 4. So John, Jane here. Okay. That's, and by the way, what you can do if you want to add the multiple data, what you can do here, instead of like adding one more values one time, you can just add multiple values here just by using the values, like using the commas. Just use a comma, and let's just enter one more data here. So we will just cover these things tomorrow because it's already time. Yep. So like, by the way, let me just execute all these command quickly. Like we already executed this command in the Workbench and so these all are the same commands, and I have just executed them here. And what you can do, this is the only command that is not going to work in this case. Okay, save it. So you can save this SQ file. So just click on this, save. If you just want to click on the save as, and you can basically save this thing anywhere. So let me just save this thing on the desktop here, and you can basically give it any name and save. That's all. Now you can basically get all of these things back. So see, LU MySQL session, just click on this thing and you will basically get back to the place where you left. So that's why I like VS Code a lot. So you will get all the things here. So like, try it once. If you feels any problem in the VS Code thing, I'll try to fix it. Otherwise you can just work with this Workbench. Now, most of the people are actually going to work with this. And now, if you are like super extraordinary, you can just go with this CMD and all, and you can just all the commands that I have written here, you can also execute all the commands in that MySQL panel as well. Okay, so that's can you save? Yeah, see, like we have, yeah, you can also save it here. So file and save the script, and you can save the script here as well. So save it here. Let me save it on the desktop, and you can give a name. So day 2 here, save it, and let me just show the desktop. So see, day 2 here. So you can save this thing in the Workbench also, and this thing can basically open inside our VS Code also. Like ये इस पे भी खुल जाएगा. बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है मुझे इसलिए VS Code. Like enough तारीफ of VS Code. Okay, so that's it. And like if you're feeling like super cool, you can just work here MySQL -u root -p 1234, and you can just work here as well. Now show databases, and you use Insta here. Okay, show tables and select asterisk from users. So you can also work from here as well. Like you can do this, like if you want. If you want, you can work here as well. So that's it for the day 2, and I'll see you tomorrow. Before that, don't forget to mark your attendance. And like if you want to like मेरे अच्छा right hand में खुजली हो तो क्या होता है ठीक है. So yeah, so the announcement is like this. You still have this offer. I don't know कब तक रहेगा. So if you want to grab the deal, grab it right now. Coupon code is just Let's Diwali. Just click here. You can get enrolled into our 2 flagship courses, full stack web development and full stack data science program. Both the courses are job ready, and we will take care for you. Like जैसे course में आओगे तो like till the job. So we will be with you there, and it doesn't matter if you're a student, a school student, college, or just a working professional. You can get enrolled. You can, and we will ensure ना कि job वगैरह सब लग जाए. And it's a very great atmosphere in the classes. Like वहाँ पे थोड़ा सा friendship जैसा माहौल होता है. So I hope I will see you in the classes, or I will see you tomorrow. Don't forget to mark attendance, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, bye bye.